All right. And welcome back, everybody, to the Collecting Brothers. I'm John. This is Josh, and we're talking toys on our action figure podcast. Welcome back to another weekly. We're rounding up all the toy news. Thank you for joining us today on your Saturday morning. Pretty exciting week. There's some fun things I want to talk about that aren't figure related. You know, they actually are figure related. It's just like not an actual figure, but from SH Figures that I'm excited about. And thank you for all the friends that have been commenting and liking our video, our latest video with the death of 16 action figures for us. We really do appreciate all that love.
I love you!
Friends, make sure you guys share. Let us know below how you guys are feeling on that video, of course. But let's go ahead and jump into the news, Josh. What do you think?
Jump right on in.
Yeah, it's always jump right in, right? First up from NECA. As we announced last week, NECA is opening the Vault, and I was very hopeful that we would get a Danny re-release. And we might, right? This is only the first week from NECA. But first up from NECA, part of the Vault, basically what they're doing here is they're opening up a bunch of figures for the week. $10 shipping flat rate, so you can order as much as you want from them, but it's just $10 flat rates. First one was the Kenner, like kind of a Kenner tribute, Vasquez from Alien.
Hey Vasquez, have you ever been mistaken for a man?
No. Have you?
From Alien Day 2017. So this is a very older figure, kind of getting it out there. And Vasquez is kind of a standout from Aliens 2, personally. $30. What are your thoughts on it, Josh?
I mean, I never really liked the Kenner stuff too much, and I always felt like with the Aliens figures, and this is just a gripe I have with NECA, they just don't do good with human proportions. it's just they just can't do it for some reason. They just don't know the exact measurements. Like, I have the Alien Ripley figure, and while it's like a good likeness, the appendages are just long, the torso's weird. It's just, and this kind of looks like the same, where I think the proportions could be off.
Yeah, I feel like the waist and the diaper is a little too big, personally. But yeah, I mean, it is just kind of the retro stuff. Space Marine Vasquez, it's kind of a standout in the show for sure. All right, and then next up, they also gave us a Defiance alien. This is from the comic book Defiance. So again, kind of just not necessarily like the best figures, I guess, but kind of what NECA has in stock. I feel like they've potentially found some room in their warehouse and like, oh my God, we have all these figures still here.
What am I gonna do with all this garbage?
And they're just
That's legit it. Like, they kind of made it try to spin it like they're trying to help us out as collectors. No, it's not that. It's just the stuff that didn't sell well, and they found it in the box, like you said.
Exactly. Some random corner in the warehouse. But this is the Defiance comic book alien. $30 as well. And I don't know, most aliens are pretty much the same looking. There's not a lot of variation on them. This one looks like it has a little more spikes, a little bigger head cowl there, but
yeah, it's basically just the alien's body with a new head.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's keep going here. They announced another one here, which honestly, like, I do like the concept of this and the color scheme on this one. This is a Kenner Scorpion alien. So again, paying homage to the Kenner line, $20. A little bit cheaper on this one for this alien, but more of like a yellowy. I don't know. I kind of like the color scheme on this one.
That's a really sweet deal for $20 to get a xenomorph. Like, these things are like 9.5 inches tall. So that's a crazy price, honestly. And not only that, but it's like such an intricate sculpt, and it has so many more appendages and so many more spikes than your regular xenomorphs. Yeah. So really good deal. And yeah, I think also too, if you're even if you're not a fan of Kenner, the Scorpions kind of appear as well in like the Fire Team Alien video games, the more modern ones. Sure. And so you just get a lot of those little cool like bursters and variations in Aliens, just to make video games fun and cool.
Yeah, for sure. Well, there's that Scorpion Kenner. And then next up, they did kind of veering over to another property. Here we got Django Unchained.
The D is silent.
These were their like 8-inch or 7-inch, I can't remember.
They're 8-inch
figures. They did Django, part of the Vault, Schultz, of course, Candy, Steven, which is my favorite, Brumhilda, and Butch. But they did it as a 6-piece bundle for $1,000.
That's insane.
I don't know. And So after the week's over, they kind of close the vault, and say that everything's sold out. I don't know if this actually sold out or not, or if they just closed the vault. But $1,000 for 6 figures, I don't know, man. Are the fans there for this? I don't know.
Well, if we do the math, that's like
divide by 6.
It's like $165 a figure.
Nuts.
$165, and it's an 8-inch cloth. That's it. Like you can get the 8-inch cloth Bob Ross for like $30.
True. And I don't know what the aftermarket price is on these, but like I don't know. That's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, and honestly, the likenesses kind of suck. Like the only kind of good ones I think are Steven and Broomhilda to me. The rest of them, kind of really bad. Like the Django and Candy, that doesn't even look like Leo.
Even the Schultz,
not
like,
good.
That does not look like Christoph Waltz, right? Like,
yeah, and Django, that don't look like Jamie Foxx.
No, yeah, I agree with Steven for sure. And Broomhilda is like a close, on the line.
Steven's the best one.
Yeah, Steven is the best one. But yeah, I was like shocked by this price of this. $1,000. It was like 999 cents, right? But Jesus,
I almost feel that they're just factoring in the aftermarket prices, and so knowing that it's still cheaper than aftermarket, they can still make that profit.
Right? They're like, this is what we could sell it at and still make money off of it.
Yeah,
that's nuts to me.
And I bet it'll sell just because the movie's so good. There's so many like super fans. I bet this will sell.
Well, again, and whoever bought it because it's closed now. It's sold out, is what they say in the vault. This is how the vault is going to work, where they open it up for the week. Whatever you want, you can get, and then that's it. Close it up again. Maybe they burn their figures or throw them into the dumpster. I don't know. All right. Next up, though, Ben Cooper Costume Kids Collection Series 1 from NECA. I'm actually kind of excited about these. Yes, they are the bigger NECA size, so the 8-inch cloth good figures. But the fact that they're like kids with like this retro Halloween costume aesthetic, I don't know. I'm kind of digging it, man. I really do enjoy this aesthetic. Where like, because it's a costume, the fact that the cloth goods look plasticky and like bulky, I think it kind of benefits them in a way.
Yeah, I think it's a cool concept, and I think for what it is, you're not going to try to scale this with your Marvel Legends or Black Series, because what the heck, why you're going to have trick-or-treaters there. So I think it can work really cool just as Halloween decor, seasonal action figures. You keep these in a box, you take them out every year.
Right.
And they look to have really good articulation. We're talking double knees, double elbows. It looks like it's all decked out.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they definitely didn't hold anything back and tried to put as much as they can. I love the masks. Again, I love the way the costumes are working. Very, very Halloween, right? Like actual Halloween. So they come with trick-or-treat bags, pumpkin bags. Now, Big Bad Toy Store is currently selling this as a pre-order for $105. I'm thinking, and potentially, they probably will be doing these as single releases. So don't worry about like this bundle price here. I bet they're gonna be releasing these singly as well, so that you can pick them up potentially for $25 or $30.
But even then, honestly, like $105, it honestly might be, if you're interested in these, I think it might be the best route to actually pick up this at this price, because I think,
true,
like you said, they'll probably
$20.
Solicit them as 30.
Yeah.
So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Yeah, like $101 each. I mean, $21 each. That's actually a really good price for this set, for each figure.
That's not bad if you do buy mobile. And like, honestly, like, why would you not, right? Like, maybe you have like a stand-up that you want, but like, I don't know. I think they all work really, really, really well together. And they are labeling it as a series of 1 or series 1. So we'll see what or more figures they get from Ben Cooper here. All right, let's jump over to McFarland Toys. We got the not necessarily full reveal, but a second teaser. So less light, or more light and less shadows. So we're getting the Batman versus Superman Batman. And what are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm back to where the community was yapping about when we got the shadow, that the neck is too long. I'm telling you, I kind of agree. I still agree. I think it is too long.
We can do better.
All right, fair enough. I do like the detailing that we're going to be getting on this suit. Of course, McFarland always gives us great suit detailing when you need it. But honestly, I'm about this. I do like this. This is a good Batfleck Batman.
I don't know. I don't like this one, and I think it's good. I think it's hard when you have import figures that spoil you, and then you see this, and then it's just, I know they're two different price points, but when you look at the Mayfix one that's coming out, and even the SH Figure Arts one, this to me just kind of looks off. Even at $20, I'm just like, this is not good.
The colors are better. Yeah, that is interesting. Different price points for sure, though.
Yeah, that's one more when he like does obscure characters, because it's like no way Mayfix is gonna do that. So it's like, oh, I love it. It's the only edition. It's the only version we're gonna get.
Yeah, speaking of obscure characters, let's jump over to a McFarland Toy Store exclusive Crisis on Infinite Earths wave here that they're doing. Now, it is going to be a build-a-figure wave with each figure being $40. Now, that's a big jump for McFarland. First up, they're doing a Kid Flash, but this is something McFarland, I don't know if they don't have the molds for it, if they don't feel like they can afford the molds for it, but this is a Kid Flash in a grown-up body. This is something that I don't know why they do this one. I don't like this.
That's how the original Kid Flash was released. This is just the same, like when they did Wally West. Yeah, they did the same thing, and it's
just
like
upscale.
Yeah, like he needs to make a body mold, because I feel like more so even in the DC universe rather than the Marvel universe, there's way more teen characters, I believe, in the DC universe than the Marvel universe, and so to not have a teenage young adolescent body, it's just lazy. I'm sorry, I love Todd McFarlane, but it's just lazy, because he should just see that. Yeah. For how many he's made, it's worth it. It's worth it to him, because it's going to benefit us as the consumer. We're going to have better scaled figures and not no teenage characters on man's bodies.
I agree. Like, we want that. They are called the Teen Titans for a reason. They're called Young Justice for a reason. Just give us a scaled down body. But here he is with everything that he comes with, just his front hands, fist hands, and of course the Build-A-Figure piece. Now, interesting change here. They are changing the back art to reflect the bath instead of the actual character you're getting. That's going to be consistent
like that
throughout the whole thing. Next up here we have is Psycho Pirate. Didn't even know this was the character, but this looks like a different version, like a gesture version of Dr. Fate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're into it, you're into it, I guess.
Even kind of looks like an Iron Man mask, kind of like the.
It does, yeah. The gold,
the bleeding edge armor, where it actually has like a DB like that.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the price point with $40. I don't know where he's getting that from, because like normal figures, he hasn't raised them. They've been $20. I mean, he includes a bath, it goes to 25. Right. So I don't know. This is just really weird to me, because I feel like, let's say he wanted to do a price increase, then he could raise these up to 30, and I feel like nobody would kind of be in uproar. They'd be like, okay, well, Todd's finally doing what he should have been like everybody else. Like, inflation's finally getting to it, makes sense. But to go from 25 to 40, a $15 increase,
it's big.
Like, that's just, I think it's bad for publicity. Like, people are going to actually talk about that, where if he just did it incrementally by $5, people would kind of just be like, well, whatever, that's how much they're going to cost now.
Right, pay less mind to it and just be like, oh, okay, we're getting up there, right? It's slowly building. And it could be that it's because of the McFarland gold label status that he's adding that on top of an inflated price. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but the price hike is going to be, I think, so jarring to the consumer that people are going to pass on these. Like, the $15 is just going to be too much to swallow, and they're going to be like, I'm good. Because for me, I'm good.
All right, well, let's finish out the wave. Ultra Holsters, let's put it. Next up here is Spectre. Yeah, another pass for me, for sure. Again, I just don't have an attachment to this Crisis on Infinite Earth storyline or this Earth 2 stuff. I don't know. This honestly, like, too, this is like literally a classic superhero with a big hood, muscular body, underwear. Again, I'm not feeling this.
I do like the map, though. That Megamind head, that thing guy's sick.
All right, well, let's get to it. Last up in the wave here, it's a four-figure wave for their big Build-A-Figure. It is a Superman of Earth 2. Now, that definitely does. Superman of Earth 2 definitely has more of a relevance to everything. But still, again, man, another Superman gold label, $40. Everything on top of that just kind of makes me back off of this.
Yeah,
it is cloth goods cape, though.
Yes, and I do like, because this he doesn't normally do this, like previously, like with the Supergirl that was a Target exclusive with the cloth cape.
Yeah.
The sides, and even if you look at the recent Batfleck Batman, the sides are just, it's a flat piece of fabric, and I like that they were able to fold it in on the sides and hem it, and you get that nice clean look, and it also prevents things from splitting and tattering. So it's
frame.
weird how some figures get it and some figures don't. So at least the Superman got it, and I don't know why it's not implemented in the Batfleck or the Supergirl.
Right, that is true. Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the Bath here. This guy is looking mean and upset, just looking nice and evil. He cannot care less about anything you're doing. But yeah, I do like the skin tone too.
The monitor here looks awesome. It kind of reminds me of like, what's that giant head? No, not MODOK.
Brainiac?
No, the one in Green Lantern.
Sinestro.
Kind of looks like that.
It actually does.
From not Sinestro from the comic, Sinestro from the movie.
Yeah,
because from the movie, they made him have like a massive head. But
it's too much radiation, man.
And I do love that cape, even though it's not
cloth
good and it's just a chunk. I think it actually, I was being tricked by it when I first saw it. I thought it was they were using kind of a thick woven fabric to me. But you know, upon closer, it was just hard plastic. But it looks nice. Yeah,
that's actually why I included this, because like I love the detailing they did on this cape, and man, just looks amazing. The darks are where they need to be. The lights are where they need to be. It really, really does work on this cape for sure. All right, but there's the Crisis on Infinite Earths McFarland stuff. All right, let's jump over to Super 7. Recently, one of the heads of Super 7 was chatting with the Phoebes from Foosh, Phoebes from Robo Don't Know, right? Because they broke off. They're kind of their own thing now. Phoebes and Robo, they're doing their own channel. But he was having a conversation with one of the higher ups from Super 7, and he asked him about Simpsons and like any more Disney stuff. And the guy literally outright said, like, we're done. The line is dead. The line is canceled. Whatever is out is going to be out. Whatever you've pre-ordered that's it. It's all you will get. No other figures will be coming out. So the Simpsons line is currently dead, which, oh man.
Yeah, I think it was one of the highlights of Super 7. I usually hate Super 7.
I agree. Yeah.
But I think for their aesthetic, it actually worked for the Simpsons, because you don't need articulation with Simpsons. You more just want them for like statuesque figures, like
aesthetic. Yeah.
Getting like that Fall Out Boy figure, Devil, freaking Flanders.
Yeah.
Voodoo Mama Juju, Homer Simpson, Mike Tyson, dude.
The Moses was amazing. It looked so good.
Like they looked awesome. And even the Disney stuff, like if you were a super Disney fan, I think it would look cool, because like I said, those properties, you don't need articulation.
Right.
But yeah, Super 7's just been hitting a lull lately. Like even their G.I. Joe line, like this Christmas, all went on sale for like $10.
That's true from Entertainment Earth.
Which is insane. Like, because supposedly, right, they're like, what are they, $55 figures?
Something like that, yeah.
And yeah, they're just going way on clearance. Like nobody's picking them up, I think.
No one's picking them up, and like also like a quick shout out to Toy Hookup for providing this picture. So thank you, Toy Hookup. Go follow him on Instagram. Go follow them on Instagram for this picture. But honestly, yeah, like the aesthetic isn't for everybody, and I don't know. They weren't necessarily hitting all the right characters. They were definitely hitting some deep cuts, which makes sense, right? Like they clearly have some plans for it. And during the podcast, or at least the conversation they were having with Phoebes on Robo Don't Know, he was just saying like, we had so many more figures like sculpted, painted, ready to go, and all of that just got canceled, man. That's, as a toy company, that's gotta hurt though, regardless of what you make. That's tough. Yeah, and I think there'll probably be even more cancellations, because I was actually able to pick up SpongeBob Super 7 because like the whole SpongeBob line went on sale, right? And so that tells me that these suckers are not selling either. But fantastic figure for like the property, for what it is. It has like all the right accessories and articulation that you would want for a SpongeBob guy, because he's a brick, right? It's just a brick. Yeah.
And so this is where they shine in cartoon characters. And man, I'm kind of sad. This is like the one time I'm actually sad for Super 7 that they're losing the Simpsons line.
Exactly. Like if it was like the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger line, I'd be like, well, there's better figures.
Yeah, or even the G.I. Joe line. It's like
Great
Britain. It's like with the G.I. Joe classified as 10 times better than the retro.
Yeah,
you know.
But like the cartoon Simpsons, like they were doing. I did like those figures, and like you were saying, they didn't need to articulate too much.
Yeah. So sad day.
sad news for the end of the Super 7 Simpsons line. So they did say, the guy was like kind of being, well, it's not the end. It's just like we're putting on, we're not going to be releasing anything else, but that could change in the future. But I really don't know if that will actually happen or how far in the future that actually is. All right, let's jump over to SH Figure Arts. They got us some figures today with Godzilla, King Kong, new Empire movie coming up here soon. They are going to be releasing their updated Godzilla and King Kong figures. Here we have a $57 SH Figure Arts SH Monster Arts Godzilla. And the only real big difference here that I'm seeing, at least, are the paint apps on the figure, and then of course the face. The snout's a little different, the mouth's a little different on this Godzilla to reflect that new Empire look. He also has an effects piece too.
It honestly, I actually don't like the new look. I'm not saying I don't like the figure. I'm saying the actual new Empire look, like that design. I actually prefer the old head. Like this head, it kind of is like more lizardy than Godzilla.
So what they're doing, and I can tell what they're doing is just from the all the years of Godzilla, they're venturing more into the cat face of Godzilla. It's more of a cat face that they're entering here. I don't know why they're choosing that. It's fine. That's great.
It's weird.
But previously, like Godzilla went from like kind of a shorter snout, and then he got into like a cat phase, and then of course he got into like a cartoony phase. But this is more like the cat version of Godzilla.
It's almost like a snake head, to be honest. Now that I'm looking at it, like really nice, it's like a snake head,
like that big old snout and the more receded eyes. And
it's definitely a lot smaller than the previous head sculpt. Like that's what's kind of also throwing me off. That it kind of, especially when he's doing his atomic blast, that thing looks tiny on his body.
But cool that you do get an atomic blast, honestly. And I'm gonna wait on this. Like I'm pretty happy with my Godzilla vs. Kong Godzilla. I love that figure for what it is. I'm gonna wait for the Super Saiyan God. Yeah, the Super Saiyan God. Godzilla for sure.
Because we've gotten so many, atomic blast powered up Godzillas. We don't need another one.
We don't need it. Give me that Super Saiyan God, that pink version, man.
Yeah.
But with that, they're also doing a $57 New Empire Kong figure here. And I'm not really seeing a lot of updates on this. Same kind of plating that they've been using before. Definitely a new chest and a new face, new head sculpts. But honestly, whoever posed these, shout out. There's so much swagger in this monkey, dude. Like, I love this pose. I feel like he's gonna be fist pumping, just doom, 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 doom. And like this, like walking pose here, whoever did this, solid. But yeah, no, I'm not really seeing a lot of updates on this figure.
Yeah, I don't think so. It looks just about the same. And I don't. It's hard to even tell if the scratches are even sculpt, whether it is a new chest piece or they're actually just paint apps. I hope it's like sculpt, like that. There's actually some divots in there.
I do like the stoic face though.
Where's the freaking rocket hand? That's what we needed. That's what made me buy this.
Yeah, for sure, dude. And those, of course, they're going to come later, right? They're going to come later.
Yeah, so just wait.
Yeah, just wait on these. Especially if you already have these two boys, just give it a couple months here. All right, next up from SH Figure Arts, they're giving us some SH effects pieces, right? I guess they're giving us some effects pieces here. This is a $23 like rock rubble set. Honestly, I'm really excited for this. This is kind of what I wanted to talk about this week. You get this like cool dome effect piece where rocks are like flying up and they break apart to kind of be more flying out there. So,
cool, because this is actually a re-release. So they released this probably like 4 or 5 years ago, and like then they got like really rare, and people started were really sought after these because not only can you use them like that, like power punch or like just a huge guy landing, but you can also use them like sideways, like Hulk through a guy into a wall, right?
Oh yeah.
And are they just doing this brown version, or are they also doing a gray version?
Just the brown version so far.
Okay, then they might do the gray version, because when they initially released, they did a brown version, and then also kind of like a concrete-esque version where it was just a brown. A gray. So I bet that'll come down the line.
That's cool. But yeah, for sure on that one. And $23, dude, that's a solid price point. I'm like, that's something I can get on pre-order.
Yeah. I'm glad these are coming out, because I never got one. So I feel like another chance at it's always good. Finally get one.
And also another effect piece that they're giving us is this kind of like sword blade effect here, like kind of an energy effect here from SH Figure Arts. And I don't know. I'm a sucker for accessories. I just love any good accessory. And recently I've been doing more toy photography, and I've been looking through all my accessories and be like, man, I need this, I need that, I need this. So it's kind of cool to see these right now, as I've been looking for, but just like punch effects, kick effects, just kind of big swooshes, you know?
Yeah, and these ones actually are a new release, and man, they could work for a lot of things. Like you can use them as swooshing, but I feel like you could even use them as like, if you have like an Avatar figure or a Katara figure, or like as water bending, you could use them.
Oh yeah.
And then you see how they're posing them. You can pose them like this as a portable. You can also pose them as like on the bottom of a figure. So they can also, I feel like, work with like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z, just like powering up, because that's how the blue effect appears.
Yeah, speaking of Naruto, here we have Naruto powering up his Rasengan. Just looks great.
Yeah, I honestly, they might have made it for him. I think they might.
Just specific to Naruto, yeah. Especially with that blue, man. How could you not? But yeah, it looks great. All right, let's jump over to some collectibles. We got a full reveal for that Luke figure. He is going to be $90. Currently, Storm Collectibles is exclusive to Big Bad Toy Stores. So that's where you can pick him up for that $90 price point. And I mean, it's just more of that Storm Collectibles Street Fighter stuff. This is a newer character, Street Fighter 6, of course. Here he is showing off his effects pieces, his posability. And one thing I'm kind of noticing is that, and I don't know if this is like a good or bad thing, but his like vest, zip up vest overlay, I kind of like that they did do it as an overlay so that it keeps the sculpt a little bit. There are times though, like, let me see here, where it kind of like it sits too high, right? Like I can see through his vest hole there on his shoulder. It's like a little too high. I don't know. It's kind of a hit or miss, right? Like I do like that it's one piece, but I understand that that's gonna, you know, sacrifice silhouette a little bit.
I think they made the right choice. I think I would have hated it more if it was part of the sculpt and part of the articulation scheme, because not only does it allow for more articulation, but it actually hides some of the articulation underneath it.
True.
So even though you might have to like fidget with it more, like if you could push it down a little bit more, I think it's the right choice.
I agree with you. Like honestly, this picture here, like, just brings a liveness to it. Like, yes, it is an overlay, but like it sits well. It's got enough wrinkles in it.
Yeah, it adds the depth that it needs, really.
Yeah, I agree. You just might have to be fudging with it a little more.
Yeah.
So there's that Luke here, full reveal. You get those 3 different head sculpts, 2 effects pieces, and of course all the hands you could ever want.
And I don't know why, but Storm runs 8-inch, like 8 or 9-inch, but I don't mind it. I love actually the girth and the thickness of them.
Yeah.
Especially in the Street Fighter line. Like it makes it worth the $90. These things are big, you know?
It's like you can feel the price, right?
Yeah, like it's weighted. Yeah, this thing's weighted.
Yeah. All right, let's jump over to Higher Toys. Love the new Higher Toys stuff. They are giving us a Mothra Emerald Titan version here. $51. It is just a repaint. It's the original Mothra figure that they released here, which is gorgeous figure. This version is when she emerges first from her egg. It's actually more from the poster, this color scheme, but it is what it is. I mean, it's a quick, easy repaint. And this is actually the version that I have Mothra in. And I do want to pick up the the Haya version of her normal form, because, man, look at that. Those paint-ups look great. But we're not talking about that figure. We're talking about the Emerald Titan figure.
Yeah, I think the original version is more intricate, but there's something about this kind of turquoise emerald color.
Yeah,
I'm actually really digging this repaint. I think it's a solid release.
You can just feel the radiation.
Yeah, like it's glowing. Like the paintwork is making it look like it's glowing, because the fact that they were like, it's not just one color, right? They're adding lights and darks, even though it's all the same color tone, that it makes it look like it's glowing. 36
centimeters on that wingspan. She's big, she's beautiful, I love her. And without the right lighting, she is, again, it's an Emerald Titan, so they're probably hitting that green with white light to get that blue, but the paint apps will be this like greenish color without any like backlighting or any full fill lighting, which I'm okay with, honestly. Like this green is okay, fill it up with a bunch of light, you get that blue, get that like luminescence that she has.
Exactly. Yeah.
They did a really good job. And man, I'm just falling more and more in love with Haya. The I would honestly, Haya, if you're watching this, please give us some like Pacific Rim figures. You're already in contact with Legendary. They own the rights. Just give me some Pacific Rim figures, dude. A Kaiju Blue. I mean, that's what Mothra is right here, right?
Yeah, not only that, I would love for them to even do like the pilots, like the suits.
Oh, yeah.
Like that would be cool because that's something NECA never gave us. So give us like a Riley and a Mako in a 6-inch form. Would be really cool.
Honestly, I've never ever thought about wanting that until right now. Holy shit! Like,
yeah, it's kind of a gap there.
I would
because you don't want to just do the same Jaegers because I feel like the NECA ones were already solid. Like I'm good on those, but if they give us like a Riley and Mako in there, because they're making like those movie-based figures like they did that Star Trek last week, and so if they give us like a Riley and a Mako 6-inch figure,
I would love a Riley with his brother in the white suit, and then a Riley and Mako in their black suit. Give me a Stackhouse or kind of Stackhouse in his like Coyote Tango suit. Oh, yeah,
there's a lot you could do.
Yeah, that's true.
You could even do Pac Rim 2 if you were so inclined.
That's true, man. The crew. Oh, dude, did you know the chick from Pac Rim 2, the Russian chick, is Shinhati? The Russian chick who's mean to the little girl the whole time.
I didn't know that, but now I'm thinking about it, I can see, that's her.
It's her, yeah, it's her.
Yeah, I can see it, yeah.
So shout out to Shinhati actress. But friends, that'll go ahead and wrap up our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're jumping into our pick of the weeks now. Let us know down below what your guys' pick of the weeks are. Man, we had a good list. My Godzilla fans, I know you guys are excited about that Mothra. I know you guys are excited about some more SH Monster Arts.
I know, man. You Godzilla fans, you guys are eating really good. Like, I need some Planet of the Apes figures. When are those gonna drop? Give me some Apes figures.
New Empire,
somebody.
New Kingdom's coming. Don't worry, New Kingdom's coming.
The movie's already here, though. I need to start seeing toy reels. Usually toys will start earlier, I'm worried. True. Hopefully we get something from that.
We will. Hopefully we will. Yeah. All right, but Josh, what are you thinking? What's your pick of the week?
Let me think. There was no like standout, but I feel like everything was like solid. Like I feel like everything was like a B, but there was nothing that was like so bad, but nothing like so amazing. I'm thinking
caught your eye, just kind of got you excited.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with the SH Figure Arts effect pieces.
Ooh,
that swirly effect piece is sick for the Naruto figure or for any figure. Like I said, I feel like it can work in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
A lot of ways. You can be really creative with it, and it can fudge it into a lot of lines.
Okay, fair enough. Honestly, you know me. I love accessory pieces, and that was definitely in the running for me in regards to just great things to get out there, great extra accessories, and that price point, dude, $23.
Yeah, it's a steal.
I'm here for it, dude. I'm here for that $23 price point there. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like McFarland stuff was okay. The NECA Vault stuff was all right. Honestly, I'm waiting for Turtle stuff to come out of the NECA Vault. So we'll see if anything happens on that. All right, for me, all right, I'm gonna go Mothra. I love Mothra. She's one of my favorite kaijus. I love that everything she does.
What's crazy here is it even kind of looks furry now that I'm looking at it closer. That looks furry. Like how it's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying?
Right, like she's a moth, right?
Yeah, it's sick. Sick paint apps.
I'm going to go Mothra, Emerald Titan Edition. I don't know. I love always getting a Mothra. I want a big old Mothra plushie for my son. So. But yeah. All right. Let us know down below what your guys' pick of the week is. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's Gojira. Maybe you haven't picked up those, Gojira figures or the King Kong figures, which honestly, dude, I was almost sold on that King Kong figure. I don't know about you, dude.
And just another monkey. And that's not even the right monkey. I need a Planet of the Apes monkey.
Look at this swagger, dude. I don't know, dude.
No, it's the same figure we got. I got that figure.
True. That is true. But if you haven't, like, I don't know, this looks like a good solid pickup. He's a little older, but that's all right. All right, but yeah, let us know down below your pick of the week, friends. Of course, as always, thank you so much. If you enjoyed our content, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and let us know down below how you guys are feeling. But as always, may they keep collecting, keep playing, and may the action figure gods smile upon you. Peace.